About this draft, I'm scared. I mean, my brother just got drafted. You know, I don't want him to die.
Well, man, your brother just got drafted. My cousin did too, and I'm like, if he's going to war for fighting for something that it's not even our problem. Like, Vietnam should be able to do what they do, man.
I agree with you. I'm scared. I mean, I think we're drafting 30, 40,000 soldiers, a year. It's all the money. This has got to be serious. I mean, what do we do? I mean, I don't want to do this. I was talking about going to Canada. What if they asked me to go?
A lot of people are thinking about going to Canada. I know about a lot who are just running up to the border because they don't want to be drafted. There's protests and people running, people being jailed because they won't be drafted.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking I want to resist. I don't want to do this. I'm willing to protest.
There's so many people protesting against the war. I don't understand it. Like, we should be in Vietnam.
I totally agree, man. All these hippies, and they all just want peace and no war. But there's a bigger issue out there, which is communism, and
no one is like supporting our presidents whatsoever. Presidents want to be in Vietnam because we need to support the world and freedom and democracy and fight communism. And they're saying we shouldn't fight communism, that we should pull out our troops, so we shouldn't be in there. Period. I
don't understand it either. We need to be in there, and you got to have a little bit of faith in our presidents and show them our support.
And did you catch Time Magazine, dude?
All those women and children. I saw the napalm. All the people having with the napalm.
What's wrong with them?
All those dead soldiers too.
How do they justify this? I mean, they're killing civilians, dropping bombs. It's just unheard
Killing
of.
our troops. Killing our friends. This
has got to stop, man. We got to do something about it. It's got to stop.
Great.
Yo, man, did you hear what Lyndon Johnson said about how we're gonna finish this war and get all troops out within a year, man?
Yeah, he said we're gonna bomb the hell out of them.
I think that's a good idea. Let's finish them off once and for all. Just bomb the hell out of them.
Yeah, wise idea.
Children are not born to burn. Children are not born to burn.
It's not our war. It's not our war.
Children are not born to
It's not our war.
Children are not born to burn.
Children are not born to burn. Hey, man, it's not our war. We don't belong there.
It is our war.
Hey,
we
don't
need to
belong
fight
there.
communism.
We don't need to kill innocent civilians. This is not. Let's stay
Not
out of this
about
thing.
killing innocent civilians.
We don't
it's about
need to
us
go.
saving,
We shouldn't have
saving
to be,
you, yes.
We don't
saving
need
the
this.
world.
We don't need this.
Yes, we do. We need to stop
We
spread
don't.
of communism.
We're hurting innocent
It's not
people.
what they do. It's
Children are
another
burning.
country. They deserve to have their own
What's wrong
rights.
with you guys? What are you doing? You shouldn't be doing this.
Support our troops.
All right, let's talk a little bit about the historical background of Vietnam. Did you know in 1957 began the struggle between the Republic of Vietnam South, supported by the U.S., and the communist-led insurgency assisted by the Democratic Republic of the North Vietnam, supported by China and the Soviet Union? Did you know that this was to assist France's attempt to re-establish colonial rule?
Let me tell you, this war lasted from 1957 to 1975. That is a long time. Over 58,000 Americans died. But the problem was, America provided support to
Ningo Den Diem.
$190 million a year in U.S. financing support.
Presumably, in 1964, a U.S. destroyer was attacked in the Gulf of Tonkin, which led to L.B. Johnson's revive the counterinsurgency. He named this Operation Rolling Thunder.
Domino theory, where communism spreads from one country to the other if one falls. The U.S. went to protect democracy and contain communism.
What's the real reason for the war of Vietnam? It's just, in my opinion, the war of Vietnam is 2 points. One of them is leftover of the French colonialism. And somehow Americans got supportive of that shit, and they could not exit after pouring some bunch of money into the Vietnam. And on another end, you had a what's so-called let's stop
Communism.
Red Scare, right? I think the interesting aspect is not about what is the reason from Vietnam War, about what prolonged the Vietnam War. Not how it started, because we just inherited colonial French regime. And we decided to partition Vietnam to the likelihood of South Korea. But the truth of the matter is, what happened after? Why did America get bogged down in Vietnam? And on top of it, bogged down and not winning.
Although General Moreland requested more troops and Nixon reduced troops while he was building Saigon's forces, bottom line is the U.S. claimed they delayed South Vietnam's fall long enough for other Southern Asian countries to stabilize their non-communist governments.